From the verdant rainforests to the harshest deserts, humanity has developed a rich tapestry of traditions. Few are as universal or as enduring as those surrounding marriage. Across time and continents, every culture has celebrated the union of two souls, marking the occasion with rituals as diverse as the people themselves. Though some may appear strange or even shocking to the modern eye, each holds a fascinating story, reflecting deeply held beliefs and the social fabric of a civilization. Here in the rugged lands of ancient Sparta, where the mountains stand tall and the valleys run deep, life was as harsh as the terrain itself. The people of Sparta were known for their strength, discipline, and unwavering commitment to their ideals. In this formidable society, love took on a form that might surprise the faint of heart. It was not the gentle, tender love stories we often hear about, but something far more intense and dramatic. Imagine, if you will, a young Spartan warrior, his eyes set on a bride, not with a bouquet of flowers, but with a plan of stealth and daring. This was a society where actions spoke louder than words, and a warrior's worth was proven through deeds. For in this warrior society, courtship took a backseat to a tradition known as bride napping. This was not a mere act of whimsy, but a deeply ingrained custom that reflected the values and beliefs of the Spartans. Yes, you heard that right. The groom, often with the help of his friends, would quite literally abduct his intended bride. This act was seen as a test of his bravery and determination. The groom, often with the help of his friends, would quite literally abduct his intended. This was no act of malice, mind you, but a ritual steeped in Spartan ideals. It was a way to demonstrate his strength, cunning, and ability to protect and provide for his future family. This was no act of malice, mind you, but a ritual steeped in Spartan ideals. The abduction was a symbolic act, representing the warrior's readiness to face any challenge for the sake of his beloved. The abduction, you see, tested the mettle of both the groom and the bride-to-be. It was a trial by fire, a way to prove their worthiness to each other and to their community. It was a display of strength, cunning, and the resilience so valued in Spartan culture. The groom had to show that he was capable of overcoming obstacles, while the bride had to demonstrate her own strength and resolve. The bride, far from being a damsel in distress, was expected to resist, to test her suitor's resolve. Her resistance was a crucial part of the ritual, ensuring that only the most determined and capable warriors could claim their brides. This ritual, woven into the fabric of Spartan life, offers us a glimpse into a world where love and marriage were intertwined with the very essence of their warrior spirit. It was a testament to the strength, resilience, and unwavering commitment that defined the Spartan way of life. Let us journey now to the heart of the Roman Empire, a civilization renowned for its order, its laws, and its elaborate rituals. The Romans were meticulous in their customs, each act imbued with meaning and purpose. Their society was built on a foundation of discipline and respect for tradition, which permeated every aspect of their lives. Here, amidst the grandeur and spectacle, we find a wedding tradition of striking humility, the washing of the bride's feet. Picture a Roman bride, adorned in fine linens, her face veiled, about to step into a life anew. Before her stands her groom, not with a crown, but with a basin of water and a cloth. This act, far from being a menial task, held deep symbolic meaning for the Romans. It spoke of purification, of casting off the past and embracing the future with a clean slate. It was an act of service, of humility, reflecting the virtues that underpinned Roman society. The groom, in this simple act, demonstrated his willingness to cherish and care for his bride. The washing of the feet, a tradition woven into the very tapestry of Roman life, reminds us that even in the grandest of empires, the most profound acts can be those of quiet devotion. But this ritual was more than just a personal gesture. It was a reflection of the societal values that the Romans held dear. The act of washing the bride's feet symbolized the beginning of a new chapter, not just for the couple, but for their families and the community. It was a public declaration of their commitment to each other and to the principles of Roman life. The bride, in her acceptance of this gesture, acknowledged her role in the partnership, one of mutual respect and shared responsibility. Moreover, this tradition was a testament to the Roman belief in the sanctity of marriage. It was a reminder that love and duty were intertwined, that the bonds of matrimony were sacred and enduring. The washing of the feet was a moment of introspection and connection, a pause in the festivities to honor the deeper meaning of the union. It was a ritual that transcended the material and touched the spiritual, a cleansing act that prepared the couple for the journey ahead. In the heart of the Roman Empire, amidst the splendor and power, it was these intimate moments that truly defined the essence of their civilization. The washing of the bride's feet was a small yet significant part of a larger tapestry, a tradition that spoke volumes about the values and beliefs of the ancient Romans. It was a reminder that even in the most powerful of empires, the most meaningful acts are often the simplest, those that come from the heart. Chapter 3: Vikings, Swords and Bonds. Our final destination takes us to the icy landscapes of the Vikings, a people famed for their seafaring prowess, their warrior spirit, and their unique approach to life and death. The Vikings, often depicted as fierce raiders and explorers, were also a community deeply rooted in traditions and familial bonds. Their longships, cutting through the icy waters, were not just vessels of war, but also symbols of their enduring spirit and resilience. In a world where survival was often a hard-fought battle, marriage took on a significance that ran deeper than mere romance. It was a strategic alliance, a means of ensuring the survival and prosperity of the clan. The union of two individuals was seen as the merging of two bloodlines, a way to strengthen the community and ensure its continuity. It was a pact, a bond forged not only between two individuals but also between two families, two clans. This bond was celebrated with great ceremony and reverence, as it was believed to bring strength and unity to the community. The wedding was not just a personal affair, but a communal event, where the entire clan would come together to witness and bless the union. And what better way to symbolize this unyielding bond than with the exchange of swords? Swords in Viking culture were not just weapons, but symbols of honor, strength, and protection. The exchange of swords during a wedding was a powerful gesture, signifying the transfer of these values from one family to another. Imagine, if you will, a Viking longship, its prow carved with the head of a fearsome beast, serving as the backdrop for a most unusual wedding ceremony. The longship, a symbol of the Vikings' adventurous spirit and their connection to the sea, provided a majestic setting for the union. The carved prow, often depicting mythical creatures, added an element of mystique and grandeur to the occasion. The bride and groom, clad in furs and leathers, stand before a chieftain or a revered elder. Their attire, made from the hides of animals they had hunted, symbolized their connection to nature and their readiness to face the challenges of life together. The chieftain or elder, a figure of authority and wisdom, presided over the ceremony, ensuring that the union was blessed and recognized by the community. Their faces, weathered by the harsh northern winds, reflect the solemnity of the occasion. Each line and wrinkle told a story of battles fought, hardships endured, and victories won. The solemn expressions of the attendees underscored the gravity of the moment as they bore witness to the forging of a new alliance. The groom, with a hand calloused from years of wielding an axe, presents his sword to the bride's father. This act was not just a formality, but a profound gesture of respect and trust. The sword, a symbol of the groom's strength and honor, was offered as a token of his commitment to protect and cherish his bride. The father, in turn, presents his own sword to the groom. This exchange, a reciprocal act of trust and respect, signified the father's acceptance of the groom into his family. The father's sword, often an heirloom passed down through generations, carried with it the weight of family history and tradition. This exchange, far from being a gesture of aggression, speaks volumes about the Viking worldview. It was a ritual that underscored the values of honor, loyalty, and mutual respect. The swords, now exchanged, became symbols of the new bond forged between the two families. It symbolizes the transfer of protection, a solemn vow that the groom will now safeguard his bride with the same ferocity with which he defends his own kin. This vow was not taken lightly, as it was a promise to uphold the honor and well-being of the bride and her family. It speaks of loyalty, of the unbreakable bond that now unites these two families. The union was seen as a strengthening of the community, a way to ensure its survival and prosperity. The loyalty pledged during the ceremony was a commitment to stand by each other through thick and thin. The exchange of swords, a tradition etched into the heart of Viking culture, reminds us that even in the face of adversity, love and loyalty can flourish. It is a testament to the enduring spirit of the Vikings, a people who valued honor, strength, and the bonds of family above all else. This tradition, passed down through generations, continues to inspire and remind us of the power of unity and commitment. From the Spartans' bold abduction to the Romans' humble foot-washing to the Vikings' symbolic exchange of swords, these ancient traditions, though seemingly strange to us now, offer a window into the souls of past civilizations. And while we may not be snatching our brides or brandishing swords at our weddings today, the echoes of these ancient customs can still be felt. The white dress, the giving of rings, the father walking his daughter down the aisle, these are all vestiges of rituals past, reminders of the enduring power of tradition. So the next time you witness a wedding, take a moment to reflect on the ancient echoes woven into the ceremony, for in them lies a story that stretches back through the ages, a story that speaks of love, commitment, and the enduring spirit of humanity itself.